morning on this Wednesday, and just kind of rolled out of bed. This is kind of how that works sometimes. Anyways, I did up this board last night. Ta-da! And I wanted to do something different today because, when you're doing stats videos once a week, not a lot changes in a lot of things, so you kind of want to do things a little bit different. Who are the oldest players in the league? When were they born? All right, let's take a look. Matt Cullen is the oldest, born November 2nd, 1976, followed by Zdeno Chara, born March 18th, 1977. Anybody born in 1978 has already said to heck with it, I'm retired. Joel Thornton, July 2nd, 1979. Patrick Marleau, September 15th, 1979. Chris Kunitz, September 26th, 1979. So there's the oldest players in the NHL. If you're born in 1978 and still play hockey, I'm just kidding. Slap shots. Who leads the league in slap shots? Brent Burns with 105. Boychuk, that's Johnny Boychuk, 90. Keith Yandel, 89. Alex Ovechkin with 87. And Roman Josi with 83. Wrist shot leaders. Nathan McKinnon, 192. Patrick Kane, 183. Jonathan Marchessault, 177. Jack Eichel, 170. And Brendan Gallagher, 166. Points leaders, that really hasn't changed. But since we're getting close to the Art Ross and everything, end of the year and all, Kucherov, 111. He's 13 points clear of Patrick Kane and Connor McDavid, who both have 98. So think about it. We already have three guys on the verge of 100 points, and we're not really talking much about the great season McDavid's had. Johnny Gaudreau, thanks to his 6 points last night, now has 90. Crosby has 90. Draisaitl has 89. So that's five guys who should be able to hit 100 points without much concern. It's been a while since Crosby hit 100 points too, so that's kind of an impressive feat. Goals leaders, Ovechkin with 46, Draisaitl 42. That is Patrick Kane with 41, Atkinson 38, and Tavares also has 38. So Atkinson gets into the top five. And so Tavares being in the top five is playing pretty well for Toronto. Assists leaders, Kucherov 78, Blake Wheeler 65, Connor McDavid 64, Brent Burns was 60, Mitch Marner 58. Remember when Marner was on what seemed like a historic pace, like he might get 80 or 90 assists this year? Well, now he decided to start scoring goals at one point, so that threw the whole thing out of whack. Plus-minus leaders. Ron Hainsey of the Toronto Maple Leafs leads the league at plus 35. Ryan McDonough of Tampa, plus 32. Michael Backlund at plus 31. And Brett Pesce, plus 30. So if you're a Carolina fan and you think Pesce's a pretty good defenseman, that would indicate that he actually is. You're probably right about that. Faceoffs. Who's taken the most faceoffs? Every now and then I look at this because honestly, Horvat's numbers are ridiculous. 1,717, Sasha Barkov. Alexander Barkov. Sasha's just a nickname for him. 1,672. Every time I say Sasha Barkov, people are like, that's not his name. That's what they call him. 1,672. Ryan O'Reilly, 1,622. Jonathan Taves, 1,562. Kopitar, 1,528. And Sid the Kid, 1,520. So again, the fact that Bo Horvat's taken almost 200 more faceoffs than Sidney Crosby, that's kind of a ridiculous number. All right, shootouts. So if you're wondering about shootout statistics, here you are. Mika Zibanejad, 5 goals on 10 shootout opportunities this year. Shattenkirk, 5 goals on 7 opportunities. So if you want to look at why the New York Rangers are pretty good shootouts, there you go. Victor Hedman, 4 goals on 5 shots. Kovalchuk of the Kings, 4 goals on 5 shots. Huberdeau, 4 goals on 7 shots for Florida. And Kucherov, he's there too. He's got 4 shootout goals on 7 opportunities. Now we'll get into goaltenders. Your wins leader is Marc-Andre Fleury. He's got 34, and he's tied with Martin Jones right there. Freddie Anderson, 33. Vasilevsky, 32. And Bobrovsky with 30. So Bobrovsky now is in the 30-win club. Shutout leaders, I only went down to 6. So Fleury with 8. Bishop and Vasilevsky both have 6. Of course, Bishop's had 3 shutouts in a row. So this time next week, he could have, 9 or 10? Save percentage, even strength save percentage. So see, I went into the advanced stats for advanced stats people on this one. Binnington leads the league in even strength save percentage. 939, Halak 935. He is tied with Grice and Bishop at 935. Now, power play save percentage, meaning who's your best penalty killer as a goaltender? Because you always hear your best penalty killer is your goaltender, right? Well, when they're killing a power play, Vasilevsky has a 923 save percentage, Bishop 901, and Georgiev 900. So people are probably going to be like, Georgiev's on there? And be like, yeah, Georgiev's on there. Isn't that weird? So there you go. Your power play save percentage. Interesting right there. Shootout save percentage. So if it's a shootout situation, which goaltenders perform the best? Bobrovsky's saved 2 opportunities that have been against him. Mrazek saved all 3. Ullmark in Buffalo has saved 9 out of 10. And Grice has saved 17 out of 19 for the New York Islanders. Pretty solid numbers. Shootout shots faced. So who's faced the most shots in a shootout? That'll be Jacob Markstrom in Vancouver, who's faced 27. He saved 20 out of 27. He's got a save percentage of 74.1. Jimmy Howard has saved 15 out of 21, 71.4%. Carter Hutton has saved 10 out of 20 for 50%. So in a shootout, you want Ullmark. And I've seen teams change goaltenders going into a shootout before. If Buffalo hasn't done it, they should at least consider it. Your oldest goaltenders. So we had oldest players, oldest goaltenders. Roberto Luongo, born April 4th, 1979. Ryan Miller, August 17th, 1980. Craig Anderson, May 21st, 1981. Henrik Lundqvist, March 2nd, 1982. Mike Smith, March 22nd, 1982. And Pekka Rinne, November 3rd, 1982. So there's your oldest goaltenders in the NHL. And how many of the oldest goaltenders and oldest players this summer are going to say, yeah, we'll stick around for another year. And the interesting part to me is we often consider goaltenders to be the older ones, but based on just how many skaters there are, they still tend to be the group that has the oldest player in it. So there you go. Your stats of the week. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.